Hi guys, today we are going to do our next drawing practice and we're going to just go on that same page that we were on before. So we are on the one that we started the lettering practice at the top. We did our lines in doodle yesterday, and then somewhere else on the page you're just going to start with today. So I will zoom in here so you can see a little bit better. Today we're going to talk about geometric shapes and forms and what the difference is between the two. Some of you guys had answered a little while back on one of your art-minded questions that you didn't quite understand what the difference between shape and form is. So we're going to talk about that today. All right, so shapes. Basically, all of drawings that you guys do are going to be broken down into basic shapes and forms before you add detail to any of your drawings. So anytime you're drawing a person or an object or things in a room, you want to break that down to the shapes that you see first. So we're just going to practice basic shapes, basic forms, and then we'll build on those on our drawing practice throughout today, tomorrow, and then next week, because next week we're going to start drawing in a little bit more detail. So basic shapes, we can do a circle. Okay. We know what these ones are, but we'll just go ahead and write a square. And again, just like all of our drawing practices, if you are not quite comfortable with drawing really straight lines or really nice curves, you can always practice more after we're done. So square, oh, I added an S there. Square. We want to do triangle. Might seem kind of simple, but once we get into tackling harder drawings, it'll be nice to have these practices under your belt. So triangle, and then we can go ahead and do a rectangle too. Okay, so our shapes are just the 2D forms, right? 2D. Or not forms. The shapes are 2D. The forms are then 3D. So forms are 3D. Okay, so that's what you have to remember is the difference. So if I'm talking about a circle, my 3D form of a circle is a sphere. Okay, so how do I make that circle look like a sphere? All I need to do is shade it. I need to add value. Okay, so if my sunlight's coming from up here, then the bottom of that sphere is going to be shaded, and it's going to fade up into really light. So we practice doing our dark to medium to light. It's kind of the same thing on our sphere. Go dark to medium to light. Okay, that is a very basic. I could sit and work on it for a long time, try to get my my shading all evened out, but I'm not going to do that today. So that's basically a sphere. So what makes it look rounded is the value. Okay, adding your lights, mediums, and darks. Let's touch up that corner a little bit. Okay, so if we're going to do a square, and you guys probably have tried to do these before, we're going to make it into a cube. Okay, these have to be parallel, and then these have to be parallel. Okay, so that's how we make a convincing cube. We have to make sure the lines match up. If your cube looks wonky, it's because your lines don't match up. Okay, so this one has to match with this. This one has to match with this, and then all three here have to be about the same angle to make a convincing cube. Okay. You can also add value and shade your cube. We're not going to do that today. We're just going to have the basic lines on there to get that form in there. Okay. Triangle. I like to make a cone, which is just a triangle top and then a rounded bottom. That starts making that look more three-dimensional. And again, you can shade it if you would like to add dark, medium, light. And that's just going to start making that look a little bit more rounded. Okay, so that's a cone. All right, as far as our rectangle, what I like to do is a cylinder, because a lot of times we need to draw jars or vases or things that have that kind of shape. So we want to make a rectangle into a cylinder. So we're going to do our rectangle sides, and then we're going to do a curved bottom and then a curved top. And then the top and the bottom, okay, need to be parallel. So they need to match. Really the same curve going on, okay? And then to finish that off, you'll add a slight curve on the top, okay? That makes that look more three-dimensional. And again, another thing that makes it look even more three-dimensional is to add value. So the dark to medium to light. Okay? That is a cylinder. If you had some trouble drawing any one of these or several of them, I would suggest that you continue drawing them until you get a little bit more comfortable. We're going to add on to this concept of shape and form tomorrow with our drawing practice. So I want to make sure you guys are really comfortable with this part. Okay? Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.